right. All right, let's see. Hey everyone, how are you doing? Just getting my comments up here. It takes a minute. There it is. Okay. There. All right. So I hope y'all are doing well tonight on this Friday night. All right. There. Now the little thing is going out. So y'all ready for a little, hey CT, y'all ready for a little wreath therapy? I am ready. I have been trying to do this poor wreath for like 3 days. Gracious. And I'm going to show y'all a trick tonight. How are you? Hello. Okay, so the kit came with an orange wreath. I am feeling better, thank you. This adorable Peter Cottontail sign, look at that. One of Pam's marvels. And then we had the turquoise and white polka dot ribbon, the bright pink and white polka dot ribbon, then the black with the pink and green polka dots, and this is my favorite. It's this stripes. Don't you love that? I love it, love it, love it. So, after you cut, now I cut 12 inches, but you could have cut 12 or 14 inches. But after you cut them, there's a lot left on the whole roll. And there's about 2 yards left of each of the cut ones. So there's a lot left. There's enough left to do a bow or to cut extra tails. It's really just kind of whatever you feel like. We also had little eggs. So I'm going to show you a couple of tricks tonight. I cut all of these at 12 inches, so 26 in total. I left a couple to cut with you. And I'm going to show you a little trick to doing this. This is the poof curl we're going to be doing. So we can cut that up. Not much trick cutting ribbons, although I do use my Perfect Tails board. So it measures out a perfect 12 inches. Just makes it really easy. And y'all, I am working on my own set that has all the prettiness on it. But this is the original one that Melissa made for me. A little sentimental. Alright. So this frame is 15 inches. This frame only has the 2. You might have also gotten 3. Either way, it's the same thing. It'll look the same when we're done. I got the orange because there's a little bit of orange in here. I am feeling much better, thank you. So, I have this on my wonderful mesh roller from Susie. Love Susie. Love me some Susie. Oh, here, let's use my phone. Make sure I turned it back on. I did. Alright, so I'm just using my phone because it's a nice heavy object. Because when it gets towards the end of the roll, it likes to roll a lot. Alright, so just put it on my cutting mat here. I'm going to cut 12 inches. So from 36 to 24, and then from 24 to 12. Alright, so we should have enough now. Look, we pretty much used the whole roll. Thank you. Now, I'm going to zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. Here we go. All right. Here is our trick. The next time you finish a roll with your mesh, I want you to keep the inside. Okay, so like on this one. So if you do the poof curl with this one, just take the excess off so you can tell it's the same thing. And just use this, okay? Here's the trick. First, take your frame. But the light's okay in here. Let me turn on one more light. Well, that one's on. I think we're okay. Is the light okay? Okay. So we're gonna open these up. I like to start on the bottom. I think in this method it is better to start on the bottom. All right. Uh-oh, is it scrolling? It's still okay on my side. I'm not sure what it's doing. Oh, don't you hate that? Okay. So this is the trick. The trick is you take your piece that you cut, you take your roll, you stick it inside that piece, right at the edge, you see right here, and just curl it up like that. Hold on in the center, pull this out. Okay, good. Then you can just grab it on each end, about 4 inches, okay? You now have the perfect roll, and you'll have the perfect poof. So you always want to put it down with this little piece down, okay? So we take it, we go one side over here, tie it down, we go one side over here. So you want about 4 inches. You want to have enough to have a poof in the middle. So all you do is have this down, then just pull it out a little bit. Look at that. You see how easy that is? So again, take it. Just start at the back and just roll it up. Okay? Grab it in the center and just pull it out. So you want to grab the center so you have something to hold on to. Okay? Then you want to do about 4 inches on each side again. Doesn't have to be perfect. Make sure that little piece is down. Open up this tie. Put it down right on top. Now you could also do the poof method with this. And I think Amanda and I are going to make this together in a few days. And she's going to do this method and I'm going to do the poof. So y'all can kind of see the difference. There we go. So you just pull it out. Easy breezy. The mesh is cut at 12 inches. Okay, so put it in. Roll, 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 roll. Grab it, pull it out. Grab the ends. It doesn't have to be rolled tight. Okay. You just put it down on top and pull at the little curls because they'll have a tendency to want to hide underneath, so you just kind of pull them up. Okay, there we go. This is a great little trick. Now, if you don't want to do it that way, you can just roll it yourself. The best way is to put your hands on the opposite sides. This works a little bit better if your hands tend to hurt you, or if you're struggling to get it on there nice. If you're struggling with your poofs, then do it that way. It's just a little trick. It also makes it a little bit faster. this method, which is amazing, was developed by a designer at Sims Pottery, and she showed us this trick. So, pretty amazing. That's why I love going to their shows. As a matter of fact, they have a show this weekend, which I was not able to go to. I'm usually there, but this weekend it just wasn't going to happen. Okay, there we go. So don't worry if it's curling in a little bit. Just as long as the poof isn't kind of sticking out, you're good. It's better if you leave those ends tucked in a little bit, because then you won't have any frays. Okay? Be careful not to make it too tight. If you make it too tight, you'll have trouble getting that poof out. Okay. So you're always opening, putting one down, pull up that curl, and then go to the next tie, put it down. Then gently pull out the center. I am feeling much better, thank you. Not perfect, but certainly a lot better. So with this method, if your mesh is kind of thin like this, even though this is really pretty, some of these really pretty colorful meshes are a little bit see-through. When it's like that, you will have to do one on the bottom and two on the top. Otherwise, you're not going to have enough coverage. But if you have thicker, like a burlap, sometimes you can get away with one on each layer. So, it just depends. Sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. I don't know. All depends on the mesh. This is one of my favorite methods. Although when I first tried this method, I absolutely hated it. I found it very frustrating until I learned some little tricks of my own. One of them being don't roll it too tight. Make sure the ends are tucked under here. And then of course the last one was using this. And let me tell you, it's very handy. You can make curls that way too. I think I've shown you all that. It's pretty awesome. Okay. This has one of my favorite colors in it. I absolutely love purple. What's your favorite color? How many of you out here love purple like I do? Yep, I can zoom in a bit more. Let's see how that works. See if that's a little better. Mari says we need to zoom in. Okay, so I have one left, so you can see I have a roll on each side. So then, we'll move up to the top. Okay, so just curl, 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 curl. Okay, so you can see I have both ends right here. So I open up one side, place it down, tie it back on, open up this side, place it down, tie it on, and then start pulling that poof out. See, make sure you got that end tucked under. And I like to pull my little poofs up, my little curls up, to make sure they're not hiding, because they have a tendency to want to do that. So I'll do that real quick before I go up top. We're good. All right. So now we're going to open up the top here. And this is a raised wreath base. If you're ever wondering what a raised wreath base is, this is it. What that means is that the inside is higher than the bottom, and it kind of comes up at an angle. Hold on, let me see what little Miss Mari's saying here. Oh, that was the last message. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing on the top. So we get our thing out. Remember, if you need to use the roll, just put it on. So you can just take your hands and just roll it. Get it on there, hold it, pull it out. Then you just grab each end, like that, and then put it on top. We're going to put 2 layers up here. So we'll go all the way around with this one, and then we'll come back and do a second one. And what that'll do is that'll take this, see how it's kind of boofing up towards the center? What it'll do is it'll take this and push this back, and the next one will kind of poof into the center. Okay, so just keep doing the same thing over and over. Okay, so on the top, see on the bottom, you had 2 curls in each tie. On the top, you will end up with 3. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, tuck that under. You see how much better it looks if you tuck it under a little bit? Okay, and don't worry if I'm not seeing your questions. I will be answering them all at the end. So, if myself or Mari doesn't see them, we will get them, I promise. Okay? All right. There we go. Did y'all see me on the Soul Sister community page earlier today? I was showing everybody what I got from my trip. Okay. I had a good time seeing my friends and doing the meet and greet. It was awesome. We met some really wonderful people. Oh, and when I'm done, I have to show you what I made in my design group this week. Oh, I think it's one of my very favorites. Okay. Okay. All right. There we go. Alrighty. Okay. So we're getting close to being done with the first level. Alright. Mari, we need somebody to suggest a page today. You have any cubbies on here today? So in my business group, we call the people that are members cubbies, because I'm mama, since I'm a hardworking mom. It's funny. But anyways, one of the things that we do is we help promote their pages, because that's how you help get found. It can be really frustrating when you first start a channel to get people to watch your content, even though it's really awesome. So by mentioning their channels, you'll have another great one to check out. And if you're starting a business or you're running a business, you should definitely check out my success path. We have some awesome members. Awesome, awesome. I also have a design group. And we do 2 things a week. We do a Zoom call where we play with ribbon and make bows. That's every Sunday. And then on Mondays, we make a project together. Pretty soon we're going to be doing some stuff with silhouette and with Cricut. Because sometimes you need to make your own signs. Oh, and we've even had Tessa's in the group, Crafty Tessie, and she came in and showed us how to paint a sign. It was amazing. So we've gotten all the way around one time, so you can see. But you see, you can kind of see a little bit in here. So we definitely need another row. So that's what we'll do now. So you can just pick any place you want to. What about you, CT? Do you have a page out here? A channel? CT is in one of my Soul Sisters groups. Well, he's awesome. Okay. So now you see, I've done a second layer. So you see what I mean? This is the top layer, so now it's more towards the center. It pushes this to the middle, and then you have the one at the bottom, so that there's not a blind spot in the middle. It pushes it so that there's an even amount, or a amount that covers the center, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so just keep going. All right, and I tell you what, if you ever lose your spot when you're doing this, because you can, especially when you're having to pull this back and put your next one on the second layer, count the number of little curls that are in it. So 1, 2, 3, this one's done. You see? So you just count the little curls. And when you count 3, you know you've gotten 2 layers on it. Okay? That's what I do. That's the easiest way, just to kind of check and make sure that you have gone through that one. It's a little trick. Lots of little tricks. Okay. Okay, this is great to do with mesh that is really pretty, but it's not very thick. So anything with the pastel colors have a tendency to be like that, just because of the color. So this is an excellent method for those. It's also a really great method to use when you have extra mesh left over, 21 inch, and you don't know what to do with it. do this method and alternate your colors. And then you can use up your extra mesh. One of my favorite tricks ever, because it works. Okay. If you have any trouble, you can always cut them a little bit larger. You could go up to 15" on these. You're going to struggle to get enough out of a roll if you're trying to stick to one roll, but you can easily get 12", and when you get better at it, you can go down to 10". So it's just a little bit of a savings if you go down to 10 inches, because on one roll you could get 36 of these. It takes 26 to do a 15" frame like this. So that's one row on the bottom and 2 on top. So you can get about 30 12" cuts. So and have you started a YouTube channel yet? That would be a really good one to do. And make sure you check out the Creative Soul Sisters channel. We just started loading stuff up. Okay. Yeah, don't forget the free group we have. It's called Everyday Craft Dreamers. And we have a monthly banner contest where you can show off your gorgeous creations. Doesn't have to be a wreath, can be any craft. And whoever wins gets to have their picture and their business featured on the top of the group page for the month. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of great support on there. That's okay, Anne. Okay, I want y'all to check out Anne's Creative Crafts. Did I say that right? She needs some subscribers so that she will feel compelled to get out there and put some stuff up. Okay. And if you're wondering where Bella is, she's back here sleeping. I'll show y'all as soon as I finish this. Okay. We are done with the Poof curl part. Alright, we'll just pull out this last little one. So you see how full it is now that we've gotten that second layer on? You see how you can't see a ton of the frame, but it's a little bit so that it pops out that orange. Oh, is that what problem I'm having? Oh. Sorry, my battery was dying. Whew. Yes, you can do it, Anne. I know you can do it. She has good stuff she can put up. All right. I'm going to tell you, there are some seriously talented people in my groups. So now, let's see. That's a good spot. What we're going to do now, remember to keep these, we're going to put in our ribbons. Alright, so these are the ribbons that I've cut. So I have the pink with the black together and the blue with the stripe together. I think these kind of complement each other. So I just fold them in half, pinch, Kind of give it a little pull on each end. Okay. Then I'll start tying it in. I like to start from the bottom. I'll tie it 3 times, pull it out. Now there's 2 ways you can do this. You can curl it in on itself like this, or you can trim it off. I tend to just curl it in because if I decide to do something with it later, it's easy to pull it back out. All right. And if you're having trouble with your ribbons, put your fingers under it and just run it like that, okay? All right, now we'll do the pink. We are going to do a couple of bows with non-wired ribbon pretty soon, because I get that question. I think I get that question more than any other question. So I thought I would show y'all a couple of ways to do bows without wire. So then you'll know what to do with the ones you have hanging around. Yes, and if you have a suggestion of a wreath or a method you want me to do, make sure it does. See, there's the sign. It has a black bunny in it. If you have something specific you want me to show, just leave it in the comments. I do have some new cool stuff planned, so that'll be fun. Okay. When we get done, I want to show you the really cool one we made in the group. I'm so excited. I just love how it turned out. Okay. We have such a good time in there. Although I think the best time we have is in my business group, because we do twice weekly Zoom calls where we can see each other and they can talk directly to me. I think it helps a lot. Okay. I do like to pull the ribbons on the bottom out, facing this direction. Makes it easier to see them, and I don't have to keep messing with them quite as much. So I just find it works a little better. Don't you love that? I love that. I love to add just a little pop of color. Unexpected color, I guess I should say. Hey, Pramila. Hold on. All right. So, when you are putting your ribbons in, okay, you put it in, tie it down a good 3 times. Okay, you take this piece and you curl it up like that. So you see how it just makes kind of like almost like a little ball. It's a really good way to just get the little ties out of the way, and it almost becomes like an accent. So now you can see we have a little bit of orange in our wreath. You're not going to see a great deal of them. You can leave them hanging out if, you know, for some reason you think it looks better on your wreath. I have done that sometimes. Oh, we will be doing some of those too. I've got some around here somewhere. Here we go. I'll have to see if I can find it after. This is a more, what I would call, whimsical wreath. Okay. Alright, so we finished with the bottom. Now we will start on the top. Okay. So we do the same thing. Yeah, we'll definitely be doing a cross. Hi, honey. There's my hubby. Oh, hold on. I'll put on my apron because this mesh is wanting to grab my shirt. I am tired of my shirts getting ruined by mesh, so I have resorted to using my apron. Yeah, you are. There's a cubby. Yeah. Mari says hi, honey. Okay. So I am pulling these out to the front as well because our sign, our cute little sign, is going to go in the center, so I would have to move those ribbons anyway. So I'll just go ahead and move them, and then I won't have to worry about it later. Okay. Let me move this over here a little bit. Okay. So I'm doing the exact same thing. I think I might leave a few of these open because I think we might use a little bit of this extra ribbon up here. Yes, it does, my computer. So yeah, so listen to this. Earlier, I was on the Soul Sister community page, and I was showing everybody what I got at Sims and what I got at Old Time Pottery and stuff. And my computer crashed a few weeks ago, and it's been sitting down here because I've been trying to extract all the information off of it. And all of a sudden, it came on its own and started playing me in the background. So it wasn't even on Facebook. But sure enough, I could hear myself in the background. It was weird. And so I had to turn it off. And then about 10 minutes later, it started doing the same thing. So I had to unplug it. I was thinking, okay, creepy computer, stop freaking me out. It was a little weird. It was very creepy. So apparently I have a ghost in my computer over here, which is really weird. The hard drive blew, so who knows what's going on in that computer. There is no telling. Okay. Sometimes weird things happen. And you don't know why, they just do. Okay, last ribbon. All right, there we go. Okay. Let me raise this up just a tad. Ah, see, look, now you can see Bella. There she is. Yes. Sweetie girl. So, I want the black to be a little bit of a spark of color, but I don't want it to take over. So what we're going to do, so this is the sign. Before we put the sign on, we're going to take a little bit more of this little ribbon here, and we are going to cut, let's do 20 inches. So, I'm going to cut 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't have to be perfect, because what I don't want is for the black to take over. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll take this, we're going to fold it in the center, we're going to fold it again, just like that. Okay, this is a super simple way to cheat a little bow. Okay, then you pinch it at that bottom fold. Then you take this, you open it, and where that fold is, you push it down. And there you have a nice little bow. You see it? Alright, then we can take a pipe cleaner. We aren't even going to need a half, so we'll cut this. Cut it in half. And then I will cut it again, because I don't need a whole lot. I just want a little bit to hold it together. Okay, I want longer tails. All right, there we go. See that cute little bow? All right, now we can just fold over, cut in an angle, fold over, cut in an angle. We have a cute little bow, and we can put this right where the black ribbon is, so it doesn't overpower. And then we just take this, twist it around, and there we go. So now you can still see the black, but it doesn't take over. So let's do it again. First, let's go ahead and cut the ribbon tails together, just to save time. All right, fold in the center, fold again. Okay, so you have it folded twice. This is where your tails are going to be, down here at this last fold. Okay, like that. Take this piece, push it down in the center. There we go. And right there is where our little pipe cleaner goes. Right around that cute little bow. Oh, there's the other end. Okay. So you see how cute that little bow is? Now, of course, you could make the little tails longer or shorter, and the little loops longer or shorter. We're only going to put them where the black ribbon is, because I want that little black ribbon to sneak out, but I don't want it to take over like that. See, if you put the pipe cleaner in it before you put it down, it just keeps it from coming apart, and it really makes it a little bit easier to put down. All right, fold over. So if you wanted your tails to be shorter, you would just fold this part over a little bit longer, like that. You see that? So then we would have shorter tails and longer loops. So you see that? It's very easy. Nice tricky little way to do it. Uh-oh, where'd our pipe cleaner go? We'll make a new one. It's probably on the floor. I don't know, I don't see it. I'll find it after I'm done. Okay. Oh, I see it now. I see it now. All right. So then, put it around. Just tying it off. Okay. So put it on this one. See, now I'm just taking the orange tie and just putting it around here. Tying it down. See, there it is. You see how you can still see the black? So you get a little hint of the black, but it's not overpowering the wreath because we put that pastel back in. This is the easiest cheat bow in the world, I think. It's easy because you just fold it over and you just press it down, pinch, take your pipe cleaner, just go around the whole thing. So if you've ever had trouble making bows, whoops, don't let it loose though. If you've ever had trouble making bows, this is a great way to do it. It's really easy. Now how did I do that? Okay, y'all, I'm not holding my mouth right. So I was too busy talking and I was not grabbing the tails. Make sure you grab the tails when you're tying it down. There we go. All right, now we got it. All right, let me just fluff it out. All right, so the top part is done. So you see how you can see those hints of black, and what that's going to do is that is going to tie in this sign. See? Yeah, I know, right? Okay. So this sign has holes in it. If yours does not have holes in it, I might have poked my own holes. I can't remember. If yours doesn't, then you can use this. It's called a Bead Smith. You can get these at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, Joann's. You can also get it from Amazon. And it is just to make holes in sheet metal. It makes a tiny little hole. Mine is a 1.5. So I put holes in where the white is, so it's not as noticeable. I think I did do them. I think I didn't have her punch the holes on this one. Alright, so I will take 4 pieces of this nice silver wire. I love this stuff because it's so hard to see. I just run it through that little hole. See, and most people, if they're going to be looking at your wreath, trying to figure something out, they're going to be looking from the back. And it's going to be hard to catch this wire, which is what we want, right? We don't want them to see the mechanics. We just want them to see the pretty parts. I like to tie my signs on in 4 places if I can. Okay. And we have one other thing we're going to do when we get the sign on. And on the wire, I just cut enough wire to make sure I can get over to the side. Okay, there we go. So we got it on. I always tie it in the back just to make sure it's not going to go anywhere, because sometimes they like to travel. All right. Okay. All right. While we're working on the sign, I'm going to turn on my little glue pot here. Okay. I'll turn on Mr. Glue Gun too. All right. See, we still have a ton of this ribbon left. Can you see? And we didn't even use this. So see, there's a lot you could do if you wanted to do extra. I always make sure you have extra ribbon. All right, so we're going to put this in the center. And what you can do, this wire is so fine that you can actually stick it right down through the mesh. And one of the reasons I do that is so that I don't smash it. So I will kind of have it sitting up on top. Okay. And then I will tie it around the frame. Alright, so right here, this is where it came out. And then I just kind of tie it around a few times, like this. Trim it off. And then just push down the rest. I always have more ribbon than I need. Wire. I always have more wire than I need. Alright, so I'll do the same thing. If I can make it to the frame, I will. If not, I'll just stick it right down through that mesh. See? I just pull it down through the mesh. I go on the other side of the frame. See, here it is. And then I pull the other piece and I tie them together. I want it to be tight, but I don't want it to squash my wreath. So it's balanced. You have to find the balance. Honestly, tying the signs on is one of the most difficult parts. So someone asked what I use for a glue pot, and I use an electric skillet from Walmart because it's the same thing. Honestly, those glue pots, yeah, they're just electric skillets. So my suggestion, don't waste your money. Just go get an electric skillet. It's what it is. They have glue pot listed on it, but it has the same temperature range as a electric skillet. So I think it's a waste of perfectly good money to buy it. Just my personal opinion. Because it does not hold more heat than an electric skillet does. And I like it because it's adjustable, so I can adjust the heat. If whatever you're using for a glue pot, if it is so hot that if you touch it, it burns the crud out of you, it's set too high. You should not have it set more than 220. It's just not what it should be. It just needs to be hot enough to stick. You don't want it to be to the point where you have to wait forever for it to set up. If you are, it's too hot. Alright. I have a couple little strands. It's because of the way this mesh is. But it's so pretty. Not many. Alright. So now we have, see how it sits nice right in the center? Right there. Now, this also came with some little eggs. There are two types. There is the foam egg and there's a plastic egg. For the plastic egg, just glue it right down, and you want to glue it to these pieces, okay? Right to these ties, because the ties are going to hold it better than anything else. But if you have the foam ones, I'm going to show you a little trick. Okay. So you can use anything like an awl. You can use, I also have a ice pick, and I use these when I'm shipping my wreaths. So you can tell I already have glue on it. Okay. So you just punch a hole down in it. You want to make, you don't want to go all the way through, but you want to make a little, nice little dent in it. Take your pipe cleaner, fold it over, pinch it in the center, run it through your glue, and glue it down in there. Right there. Now, you have something you can tie right on to the wreath. So we'll let that set. We'll start on the next one. It's just a cool little trick that you can use anytime you have anything that is styrofoam that you could punch a hole through. It's a great thing to do. I don't think I brought any of the plastic ones up. I think I just have the foam ones up here. So I put it down about as far as it'll let me go. And then I kind of push them aside so that they won't get kind of glued in place. I do kind of move it around just a tad because I want it to be large enough to get a pipe cleaner through. I only use a half. Always those little tricks, right? This is the kind of stuff I teach in my design group, so they know how to do the little tricks, save the time, because it's a pain to glue something like this, like the styrofoam and the foam. To glue it onto something like this, it can be a royal pain because it can melt. That's the biggest problem. Anytime you have styrofoam, it can melt. But if you put it on, if you punch a little hole and you put it on the pipe cleaner, it's not going to burn up like that. It's also why I'm using my glue pot and not my glue gun. Okay, because my glue pot's not as hot. My glue gun is like Inferno. So I only use my glue gun if I need something Inferno heat. Okay, now I'm going to take these, and where I don't have a bow, I'm going to, since we have this little tie, I'm just going to take it and I'm going to tie it with the little tie that's already on here, and then I can make sure it's going to be on there nice and secure. It's also a great way to keep your ribbons in place. Alright, so we'll do this one. So take it, we just kind of tie all these around each other. It's not going to come loose. And when you do it this way, it helps it to stay up a little bit, so it's not all squashed down in the piece. See how it's kind of standing up a little, which I like. See? Alright, let's do here, and then we'll do here. Okay? So just twist them, all these lovely little pieces together around each other. There we go. Kind of pull our ribbons back out. Isn't that cute? Alright, last one. Okay. So all I'm doing is just tying these all together, because the pipe cleaner and the glue are going to do the work of keeping this egg on. And because I glued it inside, it's not as susceptible to heat as just gluing something on. And there we go. See, now we have plenty of cute little stuff up here. All right, let's check it out. Okay, first we have to do a shake test. It's all on there good. And there it is. So you can see all the little ribbons. You could also add extra eggs. You could also add more of the little bows on down here. Plenty of ribbon to do that. If you wanted to add little bows on down here. See how these little bows cute? They're just so cute. They're little bows. Awesome. I love how it turned out. What'd you think, Mom? We have I've already made quite a few Easter. I think we're going to have to do St. Patrick's Day next. Oh, I'm going to show y'all. So this is what I made in my group this week. So I got this little hat at Carolina Pottery, if you watched me when I was over there. And we just decorated the hat up. We put these cute little legs from, is it Eureka, in there. Aren't they cute? And so they're kind of folded over each other. And then we did this big bow, and we did a bunch of florals and stuff around it. I think it turned out cute. Oh, and this sign says, "Follow the bunny, he has chocolate." And this is from Personalize It by Pam. And I haven't finished putting the legs up in there yet, so that's why I'm messing with them. But I have to put a hanger on the back. But see, it looks really great from the back, see? It's all nice and clean. It was a little different. I think it turned out great. I love how it turned out. So, yeah. Everything is always backwards to me when I'm looking on the camera. But don't you love these? They're purple, and they have this little fuzzy pink stuff. There's ears that go with it too, but I really liked it with the hat. So we did a little bow on our hat. See? We have these little eggs. See, these are the little plastic eggs. So, we had a lot of fun making this. I just love how it turned out. I think my mom has claimed this one. She really likes it a lot. So this will probably be on our door. I really like how it turned out. We did a lot of little curly cues with our ribbon. I love doing that. So I headed out taking pictures. All right, so are there any questions that I missed? There's Pam. Hey, Pam. I know, don't you love that sign? She makes the cutest stinking signs. I love the legs too. Yeah. Yep, I can do a Mardi Gras. Actually, Ginger sent me a bunch of Mardi Gras stuff, so we'll have to do that. Oh, do you know what? Let me grab the hat. I'll show you the hat she sent me. Hey, babes. So Ginger is a super sweetheart. Look at this thing that she sent me. Isn't this gorgeous? So I'll get my mesh out and we will do something with this awesome mask. Isn't this cool? I love this. It's just beautiful. So we will definitely do that. My sister lives in Pensacola. She is a huge Mardi Gras fan. I usually make her a Mardi Gras wreath and send it to her so we can do this one. She loves those. Scotland. Awesome! How awesome! What's the weather like over there? It's cold and wet here. It's yucky. Yeah, I'll be happy to. I need a bigger workspace. Listen, I've already moved up once. And I changed out some of my storage in here. So when I get it completely done, I'll have to do another walkthrough so y'all can see it. Hanger? Do you mean what kind of hanger do I use? If you're asking what kind of hanger, oh, it probably would look pretty on a, you know what, it would probably look good on an oval. Let's see. Wow, wouldn't that be cool? I'll have to think about how I could do that. That might be fun. Okay. Look at Bella. She's so sat down. She doesn't even know the world is here. I'm wrapping it up, Sweet Pea.
Okay.
You want to come say hi?
No.
Yes, come say hi. Come on, come on. Tell my hubby he needs to come say hi. See what we did?
That's nice. That's nice.
This is my hubby. Oh wait, you have to shrink down a little bit. There we go. See, it's for my height. My hubby's a lot taller.
What's the yellow circle?
That's where it's finding faces.
Oh,
I know it looks for Bella's face back there too.
All right.
Awesome. I see. Hi, John.
Boys.
He's all excited. So we homeschool our boys, right? And they've been reading The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe for their book, for their literature book. And they finished today. So they're going to watch the movie tonight. And then they have to write a report on it. Which they won't like as much. But they'll have fun watching the movie with him. Yep. It'll be fun. Okay, so somebody asked about hanger. How do I hang it? Alright, so what I use is I get this. You can get this at Hobby Lobby. You can get it at Michael's too, I think. This is antique wire. So it's wire that's covered and it's very stiff. So I just cut a piece. And then I just loop it around the frame on the back. Like this. And that's what I use for a hanger. He's a sweetie. He is a sweet husband. There we go. Hi, baby. Alright, and that's how I hang it. See, and then when I ship them out, I always have one of these on there so that they can have something to hang it from. Yeah. For the placemats, let's see. So I take one of these, right? I put it on the back. I take a zip tie. I go around the frame and I stick it right through the mat. Like that. If you kind of work with it, they'll go through it. And then I zip it up and I trim this off. And then I slip that around the back. I do at least 4 points. Now this one is a little bit small for this wreath, but I have larger ones. But that gives you an idea of what I do. Okay? Does that help? Alright. This is fun. So I'll be bringing out the next. What's the average cost to ship? So for me, it's somewhere around $20. But it really depends on where you live. So if you live like in California, it costs a little bit more. It costs a little bit more if you live in Texas. So you just kind of have to check around and see what the average price is for you. Yeah, so the placemats, you can get them from the Dollar Tree and you can get them from Big Lots. They have a really great selection. Yeah. Wonderful. All right. I know, I'm excited. I love Bow Sunday. Bow Sundays are fun. All right. Well, the boy, they're excited. They're getting ready to start their movie. What's that look for? Come here, come say hi. Come say hi. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Here comes Ross.
Oh, that's hot.
Look at Ross. Ross has most of his dinner on his shirt.
Oh. I didn't even know that.
Ooh, you're so funny. Mwah. Look how tall he is. He's like taller than me now. It's scary. They're gonna go watch their movie now. Cubby is a person who is in my business group. Watch out, that's hot.
I know.
Just don't touch it, baby.
I'm not.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna watch a movie.
Alright, baby, have fun. Wonderful. Alright, well, I'll get a plan together. Maybe we can do the... Yeah, he does. That's funny. It's the hair, Mari. They have the same hair. My design group is a closed group, but I still do stuff on here. So, my design group is $14.99 a month, and my business group is $19.99 a month. $19.95 a month. That's what it is. Hey, Teresa. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, y'all have a wonderful night. It's about to get really loud in here because our bedroom is on the other side of this wall. And that's where our TV and our big TV and sound system is. You can go ahead, sweetie. He's waiting on my go ahead. I told him he could not start the movie until I was done because it sounds like battering rams on this side of it. That's so funny. Yep. Oh no, Carla. Y'all, go check out the One Stop Boutique. She's got a great one too. Yes, yes. Thank you. I got a little bit more blonde in it today. We're slowly trying to work in the blonde since I'm starting to get some of my mother's white hair. So, yep. I think it's homeschooling. Homeschooling is what's bringing me white hair. No, it's not. I love homeschooling. Most of the time. Thank you. Yep, it turned out really good, I think. So, there it is. Wonderful. Well, y'all have a wonderful night, and I will see you in 2 days. I will see you on Sunday. So, it'll be fun. Yep. Oh, and make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure that you click that bell icon because I'm going to be doing a giveaway soon. I think I'm going to be giving away... Did I bring that ribbon up? No, dog it. I'll have to post pictures, but you will know about any kits I have or any giveaways I do if you are subscribed to my channel and you click the bell icon because we have a community page and that's where everything gets posted. So make sure you do that. Make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon that's right next to the subscribe button. And that way you will get notifications when we set out a new kit or when we do a giveaway. Because links won't really work very well in here. You can also find the links to my groups and to my Facebook page. Alright, so y'all have a wonderful night and thank you so much for watching and I will see you in a couple of days. Bye-bye!